Japhites and Romulus. That's where that term come from. Rome. That's where the term Rome come from. And when they were saying that, they were basically saying it wasn't no Edomites around, wasn't no so-called white folks around, because they was all in slavery and pushed into the mountains, man. You see? And like I was speeding up about King James history, man. See, a lot of people don't read up on King James history, man. When King James was young, man, he was being kidnapped, man. His family members were being killed left and right, man. There was a lot of wars, man. And when King James got older and enough to become into power, what he was doing was he was trying to unite everybody up under a banner, part of the scriptures. But it was so many wars, and that's why he really didn't want to mess with the Roman Catholic Church, because he was telling them, look, y'all so corrupt, I can't be no hypocrite to deal with y'all, man. You see? But it was a lot of wars at that time, and basically it was religious warring against religion. That's what it was, man. Israelite warring against Israelite. That's what it was, man. And then you had the Edomites marry up in the royalty, man. And before you know it, Jacob pushed out of there, man. That Edomites had power, man. That's how it came about, man.
Killing us out.
You know, that's how it came about. And show him this book, man. And one of the brother from Hawaii brought that book out, man. I had to get it. You know what I'm saying? That's King James right there.
The Negro question part, the missing link.
You see? And let me go in this book right here.
Man.
Look at this, man. Read this right here, man.
Man, I gotta show him this picture.
Yeah, that's a Jake, man.
Man, look at that. Ain't gonna get past that right there, man.
That's Charles the First. And we gonna see what the black boy look like. Charles the Second, man.
It says, right here, King James.
Well, this one here.
Yeah, Con. It says, King James.
What
first,
page you on?
That's page 10. So you just looked at probably King James.
No.
They ain't him?
No. That's Charles.
Charles, King Salaki. Let me show y'all that again, edified. That's King Charles right there. It says, King Charles I had the unlucky distinction of having his head cut off by the English whites.
See that? There was wars, man. That's when them Edomites was coming into power, man. Go ahead.
It says subjects in his realm. King Charles I wasn't the only one to suffer this indignation. When the English overran the country, they hung and desiccated the men, raped the women, burned the citizens at the stakes, and dashed the children against the stone.
See that, man? That's in the scriptures, man.
Oh yeah, it's in the scriptures. Psalms 139, 137.
All right, man, this in the scriptures, man. All right, man.
137.
Yeah, I got it. Psalm 137. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, erase it, even to the foundation thereof. That was going back to the Babylonian Empire, right? And they still got that same vibration. They had that same vibration because Israel is the people before it's a place. But like I said, that was going back to the Babylonian Empire. But Israel was ruling in Europe. And that's the Israelite who we're reading about, King Charles I, right? It says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that reward of thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone. Because it was done to us, man. You see that? So that's payback, man. Read that again.
It says, King Charles I wasn't the only one to suffer this indignation. When the English overran the country, they hung and decapitated the men, raped the women, burned the citizens at the stake, and dashed the children against the stones. This is a bit of history that is not taught nor reported in the annuals of world history.
See that? It's here, man. That's why I say, man, our history, the Negro, Latinos, and Native American, the true history of us, which are the Israelites, we gotta piece it together, man. We gotta search out certain things, man, and piece it together, man, to reveal it unto you, man, because our history is vast, man. Our history is vast, man. Let me get this. You see? Find this here. Now, this is another account. All right. Now here you go. Read this right here. And show them that picture.
It says, location of image roster, livewire.com. The son of King Charles I, and whose nickname was Black Boy. He was the king of England, Wales, France, Scotland, Hibernia / Spain, and Ireland. It is important that we begin to dialogue about the history that is currently being taught in these so-called schools or higher education. This dialogue cannot simply end at the governmental level. We must also include the churches in this dialogue. I am a firm believer that when the educational institutions worldwide fail the people, it is the church's responsibility to step up and fill in the gap.
Which they ain't gonna do. They ain't gonna tell you. They ain't gonna bring out information like this in them churches, man. You gonna get information like this from the elders of GMS and from the brothers on down up under the elders, man. That's where you gonna get information like this, man. Them churches ain't gonna bring that history out, man, because they've been paid off, man. They've been paid off, man.
Jeremiah 23:1. Woe to you, pastor.
You know, they're not gonna tell you, man. They're not gonna tell you. And like I said, our history is vast, man. And when these Edomites come up, man, they try to mention certain names and say certain things, man. You know, I hear what they saying, man, but I know they confused, man. They just throwing out shit they really don't understand. And when I told them, look, argue mean to make clear, that shit, it went over his head. That went over his head, man. And look up the word argue, man, too. Look up that, man. Because these people, man, just to edify, man. You can go to etymology, look up the word argue, and then click on the book. Just for edification, looking up the word argue, mean to make clear, man.
It says, argue, to make reasoned statements to prove or refute a proposition.
So if you proving something, what you doing? You making it clear. You making it understandable.
It says the Latin argutare to prattle, to prat, frequentative of arguere, to make clear, to make known, to prove or declare.
He said it depends on it depends.
Arguing ends in fighting.